The feminist movement in this country promised women once that they could have it all: a successful career, financial success, and a family. But now, a controversial new study by the University of Pennsylvania suggests that women are less happy than men, despite all of the progress that women have made since the 1970s. Inez Ferre has our report.
You've come a long way, baby.
Women have come a long way in the last 35 years, but despite a movement that brought so much progress to American women, their happiness has dropped relative to men over the last 3 decades.
The reason we find that surprising is that if you look across society, there's been a lot of social change that shifted things towards women.
The data was studied by 2 researchers at the University of Pennsylvania who say a happiness gender gap is emerging.
We look across age groups, across marital status, across labor force participation, across whether you have children or not, and we find that there's not a particular group of women who've become less happy, but rather all women across all of these categories have become less happy over time relative to men.
The analysis does not conclude why women's happiness has declined, but it doesn't rule out, among other reasons, whether more opportunities to succeed have increased a woman's expectations on herself, or whether the pressures of their modern lives have come at the cost of happiness. Some feminists question the study, including the measurement of happiness in general. Others say the happiness gap is no surprise because of how hard women are expected to work outside and inside the home.
And this study was done to see why Americans in general are feeling less happy. The study found that the declines were driven by the trend among women. Men's happiness has essentially remained flat or slightly increased, Lou.
Well, that is a troubling and I would say even surprising report, but such an important finding, and I've asked Kitty Pilgrim to join us here too, such an important finding. Why would there not be an examination of why? That is the critical question to be asked here, is it not?
That's what the researchers are saying. They're saying, you know, we're just publishing these facts. Now more research needs to be done as to why this is happening.
Is it your sense that question has been answered in any previous study, or
no? Lou, I haven't. I'm actually quite surprised by this report because career opportunities are very extensive, and I actually don't know why that would turn up, and I think why is the actual critical issue in this whole point. If you're coming up with a result that's surprising,
it's absolutely surprising, and we'll find out why. By golly, thanks very much. Appreciate it, Inez. And as for Ray, Kitty, thank you.
So the reason why feminism has ruined women and made them unhappy and miserable can be explained in the following logical way. Feminism gave women a lot of choices how to live their lives at their own free will. It was essentially a Trojan horse that women swallowed hook, line and sinker, without even questioning the repercussions. Having lots of choices can be good, but it's also complicated, and complications often lead to stress and anxiety. And women today are more stressed out than ever before. A study from Boston College found that women are graduating with less self-esteem than when they commenced the course, despite the fact that graduation rates among women are far higher than those of men. According to the Wall Street Journal, 26% of American women are on some kind of mental health medication for anxiety and depression. Glamour recently did a poll with women in 2015, and respondents couldn't even explain what being happy was all about. Let's see exactly what went horribly wrong with feminism. More female power. Women gave up their feminine side so they could attain what they saw as masculine goals. Big corporate offers, huge promotions, and more freedom. Suddenly, women are acting less like ladies and more like men in skirts. Feminists started using the word girly and used it to shame women. In a normal society, men love girly and so do women. Now it's sexist and misogynistic to call a woman girly. Most women hate working. Women want to get married and have kids, but very few women actually state it. According to feminism, it's not the correct thing to do. Most women don't like it when men don't return their calls for a second date. Women care about what men think, how they look, and whether or not women are getting their needs met. So why are women pretending like they don't? Women are so petrified to admit that they don't have it all, or that their life is a complete mess. What's funny is that women are pretending that their lives are perfect by posting the glamorous pictures on their Instagram and Facebook. The truth is that they are far from perfect. Unlike men, women find it hard to admit faults and mistakes, so they go on pretending. Women killed romance and chivalry. Chivalry is long dead and unlikely to ever come back. Remember the whole "I don't need a man" crap? Talk to most young women in their 20s and they'll tell you they've never been on a romantic date with a man. A dinner where guys used to pick women up or meet them somewhere to have a drink, or a proper candlelight dinner. Now, a hookup culture forced by feminists that pressure women to forget monogamy and go for one-night stands, and apps like Tinder are making it easy. The thing is, deep down, women want to be romanced and spoiled. They secretly all want to find a nice guy who adores them and is faithful, regardless of what feminism spits out. Sadly for women, they want love from a man who's committed. But the reality is, women are not going to get it if they keep telling men that they don't need them, that they can do it all alone. This is why men have gone MGTOW. Women are also looking much younger than they ever have, and technology has played a huge role in this, not feminism. The ironic thing is that most attractive women aren't happy with their looks. If everyone is beautiful but no one can say it, how is that a progress? Almost all women are insecure, always have been and always will be. Feminism promotes body image positivity, where women turn into massive, obese war pigs that can rival the size of a humpback whale. How is that a good thing? Or dyeing your hair blue, pink or purple? Not to mention having tattoos and piercings all over their body where they will have zero chance of finding a decent job. And then blame patriarchy, of course. On the subject of men, feminism has told men that women didn't need them. Feminism told women to emulate men. On top of it all, feminists have emasculated men, and now men are fighting back. The whole Western world has become increasingly anti-male. Men are feeling the pinch and are consciously and unconsciously boycotting marriage, relationships and dating. Men are giving up on women altogether and stepping back from society. Statistics are showing that men are increasingly choosing not to get married. With the rise of technology, men can outsource everything women were traditionally known for. If they're hungry for sex, then they can use short-term dating, one-night stands or hire an escort. Some men choose to become celibate altogether, where they avoid women completely. Marriage is dead. Divorce means that you're screwed for life. Women have given up on monogamy, which makes them uninteresting to us for any serious relationships or raising a family. Maureen Dowd, an American columnist for the New York Times and a best-selling author, once famously asked, quote, "Are men necessary?" End quote. Now it's the men asking that about women, and, more importantly, about commitment. This isn't political, this is critical. Ultimately, for the survival of the species without the artificial wombs, both genders need each other. If women want men to even consider coming back into the picture, women need to start treating men with respect and concede that we are not equal and embrace the differences in our unique abilities. Most people want the same thing. To be in a loving relationship where we're respected and treasured, if we choose that path. We also want to be satisfied in our careers if we're working. Women need to wake up and smell the roses. Feminism smells like a dead rotten corpse of Chanty Binks. But who am I kidding? Things, the way they are highly unlikely to change. Feminism, as much as it's hated today, is deeply engraved into our society, along with gynocentrism, where women are worshipped and men are demonized. Hold on to your ice cream tubs, chocolate, dildos and vibrators, ladies. You're gonna need them, because men are not coming back. May you praise feminism for many decades, if not centuries to come, for making the once happy and content women miserable, jaded and lonely. Thanks for watching, like this video and subscribe.